Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, first of all, I just want to say thank you again for the interest on the post. Like I said, this is just going to be real, raw, uncut, so to speak. I don't have any fancy recording equipment or anything like that. So these videos are going to be 15 minutes or shorter, and it's probably only going to be a few because, again, the way I do stuff is pretty simple. And then obviously you can expand from here if you want. But as mentioned in that post, I said that if I was ever going to make any kind of course, and this is basically what I tell team members who come under me as well, but I literally like would start backwards. You know, most of these programs have the done for you stuff, and they're like, just use our stuff for now. And then as you get better and everything, you can get your autoresponder. Well, when the autoresponder time comes, it's basically like, hey, get in there, set up your follow up, and send emails. But they left a really crucial part out in every program that I've been in. So, what I'm going to share with you, maybe you've heard, but in my experience, whenever, for example, a couple of weeks ago, I got asked to, give some value on a mastermind that we have. And a lot of the people in the comments were blown away because some of the stuff I was telling them they've never even heard to do before. And I was shocked because, I don't really share a lot of this stuff because I just assume people already know it. And so whenever I heard that, I was like, that's kind of what got all this jogging and kind of what inspired that post there. So again, that's what I'm going to be sharing with you here. So some of you may have heard this, maybe some of you haven't. I would say just to stick around because they're going to be short and quick, and maybe there's just something new that you can pick up along the way. But either way, you can. It doesn't matter where you at in your affiliate marketing business or whatever type of business you're running. You should have an autoresponder. Maybe some of you are struggling with it. You're getting sent to spam. You're not, you have low deliverability rates. Well, what I'm going to share with you today is going to help you with that. So stick around and just do what I show you to do here, and you'll be good to go. So that being said, again, we'd start with setting up your autoresponder. Okay, I think this is going to be the best way to get started in this industry, right? So basically, when it comes to an autoresponder, right, there's only certain things you can control, right? So if you're using like GetResponse or Aweber, then you're basically using their IPs to send emails from. Now, what you can control is your domain, and that's what you're going to use to actually send the email. So that's something that you can control, and that's why I think that it's important to do this here today. So the first thing you're going to want to do, guys, is you need obviously a domain. Okay, don't go in there and try to use your Gmail and all that. A lot of them won't even let you. So you probably heard that before. Get you a domain now. The thing about the domains here, and I've had people ask me too, like, what about, cash flow 24/7, something like that. And if I have domains that have those kind of words in them, but I wouldn't do that now. So any new domain that I get, I try to leave the spam words out of it. Since it is email and there are spam filters, I figure you're better off keeping the domain clean if possible. It doesn't mean you're going to go to spam if you have a domain already that has that, but give yourself the best chance from the beginning, right? So, if you're going to buy a new domain, try to keep the spam words out of it. Just make it very vanilla, very plain. Um, and then whenever you do that, something else I noticed people not doing, guys, is actually having a business email. So, for example, if it's work with Billy, I'd want to have like Billy at workwithbilly.com. And you can't just get that as an email, right? You need to be able to send from that email address, and you need to be able to receive to that email addresses because if you're doing email marketing, good, you should be getting replies from your leads, and you should be replying back with that business domain. It's just going to look good in the eyes of everybody involved, your autoresponder, Gmail. So a lot of the times when I tell people is like, did you get any replies? They literally have no idea where they would even look for replies. And I'm like, man, you've leaving money on the table basically, because if people are replying, that's a pretty hot lead, right? And maybe all they needed was a little bit of human connection there to make a buying decision, right? That you probably missed out on, because as you guys know, everybody's getting tons of emails these days, so you definitely want to be replying. So that's would be the second thing. The next thing would be the domain inside your email. So usually, whenever you're linking to an affiliate product, I mean, some people are even just doing straight up affiliate link in the email. That's definitely a no-no because most affiliate links are blacklisted anyway. So you're not going to get anywhere doing that. Um, what I think is best is if you're using the same domain. So if it's workwithbilly uh, uh, .com, then the e- uh, affiliate link inside the email is going to be workwithbilly.com/affiliate link number one. Does that make sense? A lot of you aren't doing that, but this way it's like your sending domain is the same. Um, your reply business domain is the same, and your affiliate or link is the same. That's what you want to have in an autoresponder. So the only other thing, and then we can move on to the autoresponder portion, is codes. So a lot of you probably heard of the SPF code. Maybe some of you haven't, but you need to put it on there. So again, I don't do a lot of theory. I just prefer just to give you the meat potatoes. If you want to know more about it, you can definitely just Google it. But in terms of sending emails, you need to have that SPF record on there, and I will show you what that is and how to do it real quick. It's so simple to do, yet many don't do it, and a lot of it's just because they don't know. But the other code that you should have on there is a DKIM. You definitely should have that on there, and it's just as easy to do. Like literally adding these three codes would take you like 5 minutes. And then one that is the newest one that I learned is using Google Postmaster. So it's just another code that you can put on your domain, and you'll be able to see data like spam complaints, your IP reputation, your domain rep. So if you start noticing your numbers going down inside your autoresponder, there's a few reasons that could be, but having Google Postmasters, it can, you can kind of see that at a glance and then go back in and maybe figure out what's going on with your domain. So if you guys just do this alone, you're going to have a lot better success with email deliverability. Okay, so if this is all you come and watch, then I've did my duty, and I know that if you do what I said here, you're going to be good to go. But there is another step inside the autoresponder, which is probably going to be in the next video because I'm almost out of time here. And I'm going to show you how I do segmentation. And this also helps me keep my delivery rates high as well. So I know it'll help you. So again, I appreciate you guys watching. Um, you know what? What I'm going to do is just show you these codes real quick, and then I'll end the video since we still have a few minutes here anyway. So give me 1 second. All right, guys. So basically, as I was mentioning about the codes, so what I did was, I think this is like GoDaddy possibly, but I know Namecheap is also very similar. So basically, you just want to go into the DNS records of your domain, wherever you purchase that. If you don't know where it's at, I mean, probably the best thing to do is going to ask support. But basically, all you're doing is adding a TXT record. So you can see here, you got all these records. I would literally just click TXT, which I did, and that's why it's grayed out. And then you can see I already have the get response SPF code right here. I have other autoresponders I use this domain on, so that's why I have another one here. But if you go to your autoresponder, you can find the SPF code. I guess just in the help somewhere up there, just type in SPF record. But we have one in our training area, and you can see they're all going to pretty much look like this. Like this is the one for get response. This is the one for Aweber, Moose Send, Active Campaign, and you literally put that in there, and that will increase your delivery rates and trust with your domain. So now I want to show you guys the Google Postmaster. So you can see here I already have some domains in here, but if you just Google Postmaster, you should come to something like this. But in the lower right hand corner, which you can't see, there's a red circle with a plus. You just click on it and it wants you to enter a domain here. So let's see. You add your domain, and right here it's basically telling you verify ownership. So you add the TXT to your DNS, and the TXT record is this. So you would literally copy that. You would go back to your TXT, click that, and then add it, which you can see if you show you what it looks like. I'm not going to change this record because I did. So basically, you have your name, and this is the value that it's wanting you to put in there. So you would literally click in there and paste in the Google code, and then click verify, and then boom, now you got your domain verified. And I'll show you what that looks like here. So let me just exit out of that. Let me delete this here because I don't want it there. If I go to one of my domains here, and you can do 30 days or whatever, but you can see you can see the spam rate, IP reputation, domain reputation, which are basically what I keep track of. The IP reputation is going to be your autoresponders. So you know you don't have to worry so much about it, but it is something that you can see. The spam rate, if you see on one day that you had a lot of spam complaints, you could go to your email and find out what email you sent that day, and maybe look at it and see what may be wrong with it, or maybe don't use it at all anymore. So again, this is just a tool to help you manage that domain, and that's basically it there. All right, so just to recap, guys, basically in terms of the autoresponder, the most important thing and what you can control, one of the things you can control is your domain, right? So at this point, you got your domain, you added the codes, you got your email that you're able to send and receive emails from. The last thing that I was going to show you is the domain links, and I want to show you why or what you should be doing, and best practice. So give me 1 second. All right, guys. So at this point, I mean, if you do that, guys, you're going to have a lot better success with your autoresponder, and therefore get more eyeballs on your offer. So the only other thing I wanted to show you guys is I talked about in the document there about domain uh, links inside your emails. So my guess is you all have an or a builder, a page builder. So I'm sure you could probably do this inside that. But one of the reasons why I use the page builder that I have is because I actually have my domain attached to this builder, right? And inside this builder, we have where we're able to do redirects. You can see right here it says URL redirect. And if I click on there, and I can literally, I mean, these are all the redirects that I can use with my domain. So if I wanted to make a new one, let's say I had a Google offer, I would just put /Google offer. And then I would just put, my affiliate link here, and then just click save. And then I would be able to use my domain, this domain up here, /Google offer. And that's the link that I would use in my email. So you see my sending domain is what it is. The links in my emails are my domain, and the reply email is my domain. There's not a lot of different going on. Everything's very congruent, and that's how I think that you guys should set an autoresponder up. So if you're not doing that, you maybe start to do that, right? Now again, we'll move on to the next video, but remember, I'm not a master at this. It's just I'm just sharing what I do and what I've learned over the years of doing this. So I hope some of this stuff was useful for you. If not, let me know. If you have any questions, also let me know as well. So appreciate it.